I'd like to call this meeting to order January 23rd, 2025 of the Folsom Cordova Unified School District. Superintendent, if you can take roll.
Yes, sir. Ms. Lofthouse.
Here.
Mr. Reed.
Here.
Mr. Charlem Churla.
Here.
Ms. Larrett.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
All are present.
Thank you, sir. Before we head into closed session, do we have any comments online? All right. We will now head into closed session where we will discuss student matters, employer relations, conference with legal counsel, conference with real property negotiators, and personnel matters. So we are adjourned until we come back to open session. I'd like to call to order the January 23rd, 2025 Board of Education meeting to order. Superintendent, we'll start off with our land acknowledgement.
As the Folsom Cordova Unified School District, we acknowledge that our administrative facilities and schools occupy the unceded territory of the Anishinaabe and Miwok, the original people of the skies, land, and waters, where we work and learn.
We also recognize the presence and ancestral stewardship of the Anishinaabe ancestral tribes, the Esto-Notomuse and Nisim Pawanan to the north.
And the Miwok ancestral tribes, the Amachumi, Consumne, Halapune, and Mokalumne to the south along the Great Sacramento River systems since time immemorial.
We understand that this land upon which our institutions are built were once flourishing with natural resources and sustained by the ancestral knowledge and practices of these indigenous communities.
We acknowledge the injustice of colonialism and attempted genocide that have impacted these communities and recognize the resilience of their descendants who continue to thrive today.
In our daily endeavors of teaching, learning, leadership, and community engagement, we commit to supporting, respecting, and honoring their culture, traditions, and ways of life.
We pledge to work together for the evolving vision of the Miwoks and Nishinaabe, especially all future generations.
All right, thank you, Board. We will go with our Pledge of Allegiance, and Mr. Peterson, if you'd be so kind. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A broadcast statement and recording is being made at the direction of the board, and the broadcast may capture images and sounds of those attending the meeting. Tonight's meeting is being live streamed on the district's YouTube channel. The recording will be cablecast as replays on Metro Cable Channel 14, the Local Government Affairs channel on Comcast, and DirecTV Uverse cable systems. The recording will also be closed captioned and video streamed at metro14live.saccounty.gov. Folsom Cordova Unified District Board Policy 1313 promotes mutual respect, civility, and orderly conduct among employees, parents, and the public. We will treat staff, parents, and members of the public with respect and ask the same in return. If any member of the public uses obscenities or communicates in a demeaning, loud, insulting, or demeaning manner, the board will calmly and politely admonish the person to communicate civilly. Public comments during board meetings are an important component of public engagement and transparency. Members of the public will not be permitted to yield their speaking time to another member of the public. For the record, we have no comments that were received through today. And per the Brown Act, the board is not allowed to enter into a two-way discussion on any matter not on the agenda. We'll go to item 5, reporting out closed session. Superintendent?
I'm going to take roll, sir. If you
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, perfect. Ms. George?
Here.
Mr. Merrill?
Here.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Here.
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Charlem Churla?
Here with a few hundred residents.
Ms. Larrett?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
All are present.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll go to item 5, reporting out of closed session.
Nothing to report, although we will be heading back into closed session after the agenda.
Thank you, sir. Number 6, adoption of the agenda.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Board Member Lofthouse, second by Board Member Sharmachella. Superintendent?
Ms. George?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Mr. Charlam-Churla?
Aye.
Ms. Larrett?
Aye.
Mr. Clark?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, well, moving right along, we'll go to agenda consent. I'll entertain a motion on that.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Ms. Larrett, second by Board Member Charmachella. Can I just say YK?
YK is
thank
much
you.
easier,
Oh,
right?
Superintendent?
Ms. George?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Mr. Charlam-Churla?
Aye.
Ms. Larrett?
Aye.
Mr. Clark?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Item 8, special presentations. Superintendent?
Yeah, I certainly would like to welcome everyone that's out there in the crowd. A long season of well-earned honors, but unfortunately, I don't get to give the honors. That is Coach Peter Maroon is going to come up here and take us through a presentation to honor some of our student athletes. Yeah, well, you know, for today, we're all coaches.
I just feel like you went old school on me.
Yeah.
Superintendent Swanson, President Clark, members of the board, colleagues, coaches, and student athletes, it is my privilege to be here tonight to recognize outstanding performances for the fall sports of 2024-25 and for individual as well as team achievements. All 3 of our high schools are in 3 different leagues. So with that, each league has a different criteria for their all-league selections. So you might see different number of students based on that. But all of them belong to the Sac Joaquin section. And our 2 middle schools that are represented tonight, all 4 of the middle schools belong to the same league, which is the Foothill Athletic League, which is between Rancho, Folsom, Camarado, and El Dorado Hills. So it's a tough, competitive league. I'd like to start off by recognizing our 2 middle schools for their outstanding achievements tonight. And the first one is, and as I call your name up, if you guys would be so kind as to come up, coaches and team players. First one is Sutter Middle School, and their girls' 8th grade volleyball team took first place in the Foothill Athletic League. Sutter Middle School, come on up, Coach. Sumner's here with his team. As well as Folsom Middle School's 8th grade girls soccer team took the Foothill Athletic League championship, and Coach Burke is here with his team. Come on up, Coach.
Yeah, Angela's going to do some photos. She's coming up right now. And then families, right after Angela's done, feel free to come up into the aisle and take some pictures of your student athletes.
So are we
You
standing
just
up?
stand up?
Yeah, the
or
board
did
members
you
will-
want us to
Yeah.
come down? Or
Perfect.
We will
Must
stand
ruin
up
this
here.
one.
Is that okay?
Would that work?
Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here, yeah, for sure.
Thank you, coaches.
Oh, that would be so
Okay, all
embarrassing.
right. 1, 2, 3.
1 second, ma'am.
1 second.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. No worries. So we're digital photography, right? All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Your family members want to come up?
Oh, parent.
Thank you, coaches and athletes. Congratulations. Little different format for recognizing all league. We're going to jump into our high school teams, our high school all leagues. And what I'd like to do is recognize them by sports. So we'll have all 3 of the schools represented and their student athletes who are received all league. With that, I'd like to ask Mrs. Finley from Folsom High School to come up, please. Miss Leanne Linear to come up from Cordova High School. And Sean Hunter to come up from Vista Del Lago. You guys are going to help me out, give out these certificates. So first, we'll start off with our girls golf. And if your name is up here, please come on up and be recognized and receive your award. You guys want to stand like them? Yeah, you guys get to be in pictures too. We got our board members come on down, take pictures. This is our girls golf team representatives. These are all league athletes for each of the representative schools.
Good. All right, do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much.
Did you not want these guys in there? All right, okay, all right.
Whatever you tell me to do.
Oh, parents, hang on, parents.
One more. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, board members. Next up is our girls tennis team. All league for our tennis from Cordova, Folsom, and from Vista del Lago. If your name is up there, please come on up. Okay. And then Johnny DiGorilla from Folsom High School took the first place in singles for the Section Division I championship. Board members, come on down. Squeeze in. Yeah.
You can double up. Uh-oh.
Starting to get bigger.
Mr. Swanson, I'm gonna need you to move over just a little. Push in there, thank you. All right,
Stacy,
1, 2,
please come
3. All right, and don't move because there's lots of photographers.
Thank you, ladies and coaches and board members. Next up is our girls volleyball all league recipients. Isabella.
Who do we got it?
And coaches, if you're here, please come up with your teams.
Oh, our coach is on here.
Okay. Isabel, come on up.
I know, they do grow. All right, are we all in? Mr. Swanson, I'm gonna need you to move over a little bit. Okay. Looks fantastic. All right, great, thank you.
All right, next up is girls flag football. This is the second year our school district and our league, our section has provided flag football. So it's exciting to have some of our ladies be recognized for this. So if your name is up there, please come on up. Okay. I apologize. A lot of these young ladies are also involved in a number of different sports. So they're all playing soccer. Okay. So let's move right on to cross country. And from Cordova High School, Folsom High, and Vista del Lago. Again, these are all league for all three high schools. Come on up. If your name's up there, please. Okay. Your hair grew out since last time I saw you. Gotta get you guys squeezed together.
We're gonna get you guys move in. All right, look here. And don't move. Photographers.
Go ahead.
So good.
That is.
Thank you, cross country. And our all league for football. If your name's up, please come on up. And then, yeah, Folsom High is still coming, yeah.
You're coming in the back door. You might want to repeat the instructions for me.
Yeah. If your name's up on the board, please come on up to be recognized and receive your All League award.
They're not all.
Are they coming up?
Sorry.
We're gonna do the team in 1 second. These are all leaguers.
So is this what we have right here? Is this?
They're just right here, these two, yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm gonna do this.
You don't want to stand behind him.
All right, oh, that's great.
Could you get everybody in now? Okay.
All right, you guys, look here. Okay, now don't move, don't move. Any other photos?
All League football, thank you, guys. And then last but not least, Folsom High School's football team was recognized for this year 13th section championship for the Sac Joaquin section. Coach Doherty, come on up with your staff and athletes, please.
Okay, now, I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need like 3 rows, kind of, so.
There you go.
Yeah, you know how to do this.
Can you get them all
Good
in?
job, everybody.
I think so.
You're gonna need the board members to come down.
At the very end. Board
It's like
members,
we're
I cannot see you.
stand on their
I
chair.
cannot see any of you.
Come on
So
down.
we're gonna need to come down.
Come on down.
Yeah. There are some tall students here. But I am gonna need kind of a row in the front. So maybe the board or students can kind of maybe make another row. Yeah.
And then squeeze in, everybody.
All right, so let's see, board member Lofthouse, I'm gonna need you to, our student board members, board member Reed, I'm gonna need you to move over this way. Board member Clark, I'm gonna need you to move over this way a little bit. I'm gonna be doing. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, all right, I think I got you. Where can I come? Yeah, I'm gonna come back here. I know these people. They'll let me be right here. Okay. All right. That's great. Oh, so good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Thank you so much. Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Don't move.
I got this. You guys are there the rest of the meeting.
I feel.
1, 2, 3. You got up just fine.
Good job.
Thanks to Folsom High football.
Good job, Folsom. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna give you these other all league, okay? Unless you want me to put them with the bank. Either way. Okay.
I would be remiss if I didn't thank a few other individuals, or groups, I should say. As you guys know, it takes a village to raise a child. And student athletes, parents, families, community sponsors, special thanks to you, coaches, athletic directors, site administrators, boosters, and support staff. Tremendous amount of work every single year. Truly appreciate all the effort. And then, of course, our school board, our superintendent, our transportation department, maintenance department, facilities, fiscal department, HR department, risk management, and of course, Dr. Hubert. Without all your support, these young men and women do not have opportunities that we provide for them. So thank you guys for your support. 7% on average, 7% of high school athletes get to go on to play junior college Division 3, 2, and 1. And that's a tremendous challenge for these kids to move on to the next level. Of the 200 high school in the Sac Joaquin section, which is the second largest section in the state of California, we just recognize over 150 student athletes. That represents basically less than 5% of all league from our section. So it's a tremendous opportunity for us to celebrate our students and our team achievements, and I thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Mr. Maroon. Any comments from the board to our student athletes, or any congratulations? I do want to say congratulations to all of our student athletes who take the time not only to get out there and play their best, but to keep up on their studies, because there is a requirement that they have to maintain a certain grade to play. So I appreciate all that they do. And Peter, I believe that the Folsom Bulldog team will be on national TV this year, from what I heard, on ESPN playing Grant. So that's going to be a hot ticket. And they're playing at Folsom. So I'm not sure of the date, but it's going to be a good one. So moving on. I don't have access to my agenda. All right, so we'll go to item 8B, and we do have a recognition we need to do.
I believe Dr. Beverly Young is here. Is that right? Welcome to our district.
Thank you. You actually can say welcome back. I was
Welcome back.
here a couple of years ago to present this award to one of your former teachers, Debbie Andrus, who's now down in Southern California. I'm very excited to be here to tell you about this organization and the award that one of your teachers won. So I'll tell you a little bit about our organization. First of all, I brought y'all a coffee cup, and you have a copy there of the program from November, the event up in the Bay Area in November where your teacher, Ms. Linares, got her award. Above and Beyond's been around about 20 years. It was started by the Carlston family. They wanted to recognize outstanding California public high school teachers who make a difference in the lives of their students. The only way to get this award is to be nominated by a former student, someone who's already out of school. They nominate a teacher. I talk to the student and hear about how this teacher changed their life. We then talk to the school principal, we talk to other teachers at the school, we talk to counselors, and then we talk to as many more former students as we can locate. And when we get a whole lot of them, like we did in Ms. Linares' case, we narrow it down to 10 finalists. Our board selects either 4 or 5 winners for the year. Ms. Linares was selected last year, 2024. She was one of just 4 in the state of California. She won $10,000 for her award. She also is winning tonight. I'm going to give her a check for an additional $2,000 that's made out to her school with the proviso that she gets to decide how it's spent at the school. I always want to make sure the board and everyone know that. I also want to tell you a little bit about what her former students said about her. Ms. Linares, as you may know, is a math teacher at Cordova High. And the first student who nominated her, Jackie Lowe, is a student who told me that she was a fairly good student, but she never really thought college was in her future. She wasn't sure that she was that type of person until she met Ms. Linares, who let her know what her potential and her capabilities were, help her learn about college, help her apply to college, helped her get financial aid to college. Jackie now not only has finished her undergraduate degree, but last spring she finished her doctorate in microbiology. And as a surprise, at the banquet in November, she let Ms. Linares know that she dedicated her dissertation to her, which is a huge honor, a huge honor. Leanne, as I said, is a math teacher, but just as an example of how she goes above and beyond for her students, when she heard about some students at her school who were disappointed that the school didn't offer a journalism class or a journalism club after school, and that's the field they really felt they wanted to go into, Leanne went back to grad school, added the classes she needed to add an English authorization to her credential so that she could teach a journalism class and sponsor the journalism club, which I think has like 60-some members now. Yeah. There's not too many math teachers that would do something like that, just because she just felt like it was important to the students and she wanted to help them out. I want Leanne to come up and show you the award that she got in November. I also have for Leanne, besides the check that I'm giving her, I brought her a copy of the dossier that we put together, which is the write-up of all the students that I talked to about Leanne. This is what our board read when they selected her as a winner. She hasn't seen this yet. In fact, up until the night in November at our banquet up in Mill Valley, she didn't know the initial student who nominated her. We flew Jackie out from back east, Iowa, where she finished her dissertation, to give the speech that presented her award and tell Ms. Linares in person how she changed her life. And it was a surprise. She didn't know who was coming. So it's a really special honor. You here in Folsom Cordova should be really proud of Ms. Linares, as we are. Here's your check.
Thank you.
And
I've been a teacher in Folsom Cordova for a long time. This is my 18th year, always in math, and I've always been involved in several other things. This student graduated back in 2010. I did have the good fortune to be her teacher for 2 years. And some of the things I was able to offer for her were college outreach. That was work actually that done through clubs. At that time, we were running the academic decathlon program, and really that was the only way we were allowed to take field trips, which was through some other sort of sponsored event. And fortunately, at that time, I had a very supportive administrator who I approached and said, hey, I'd like to take a group of kids on a college tour of California over spring break, if you'd let me. And it ended up being 5 of the students from the team, the club. There were more, but they weren't able to attend. And we went all the way down to San Diego and started there and toured several college campuses all the way back up the California coast in my Toyota RAV4 because we really didn't have a lot of funding. We were able to get the hotel room covered, and we got to see San Diego State, San Diego, UC San Diego, State University San Diego, and then everything in between. I think we went to USC, Cal Poly, everything we could get to. This particular student fell in love with Long Beach, and she applied and never looked back. I think she has been in school since she graduated in 2010, so you can imagine she's way smarter than I am. But she worked really hard for a B+ in my class. And now I can't even make it through her dissertation. It's far too advanced. So I'm so proud of what our students are capable of. And I was able to do something special to her, to me, that felt like fun. It was a good opportunity. I was able to tour some colleges when I was a student, and it made a big difference in helping me decide where I wanted to go. But I'm so grateful because at the time, again, I had somebody who let me get excited about that and said, you're crazy to take these kids so far and travel to so many locations, but if you're willing to do it, well, we're gonna find a way to make that happen. And the similar event with that journalism class and getting that going, it was people who allowed us to run with something that sounds crazy or difficult, but they find a way to make it happen. And so we were able to find funding for journalism and get a student. She got connected to Miss Magazine and got to write and get some experience for them even in her high school career. So I'm so grateful for people who allow us to get excited for our students and do crazy things, even though they don't seem feasible. I really didn't think that was a major thing at the time. I thought we were having fun. And you just don't realize the impacts that those are going to have on students in the long run. I'm so grateful to have received this honor because we don't always get to know the impacts we have and the little things we do that have big consequences for our students. So this has just been an amazing process. I'm thrilled to be a member of just this amazing organization who have teachers that are just amazing and their stories are wonderful. And if you get a chance, I encourage you to watch some of the videos about the stories because they are incredible. And it's nice to hear that we actually make a difference for so many kids that disappear and we don't get to hear from them again. And I'm so grateful, and thank you, Beverly, for this honor, and thank you for letting us take the time to be here tonight. So I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Ms. Linares. Ms. Linares.
I forgot one really important thing to
Yes.
introduce my other 2 guests, Julie and Katie here, who are representing Schools First Federal Credit Union, who actually made the donation to fund that gift to your school. And
Nice.
they fund us in other ways too, and they're wonderful partners, and we appreciate them coming here tonight. So thank you.
And we will have the board come down and take a photo with Ms. Linares.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, gather around our wonderful teacher. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations. Wait a minute. In the boss room. Thank you.
All right, again, Ms. Linares, thank you so much for your dedication and passion for our students. We appreciate you. Any other comments from the board?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes.
I can definitely attest that Ms. Linares is an amazing teacher. She is my second period IB math teacher, and she showed initiative when she stepped up in absence of our, we had I'm taking a 2-year class, and for the first year we had a teacher and he moved to another district. And so all of the classes were a really tight-knit class, and we were wondering, who's our teacher going to be? We were worried because, he was a great teacher and it was a really hard class. And Ms. Linares stepped up. And at first, we were worried because, we didn't know who she was, but she's really proved herself. And I am really looking forward to the next 4 months with her. So, yes.
Well, if you'd like to come back to the mic and talk about Van as a student, feel free.
All right, any other comments from the board?
I would like to say something. Oftentimes we say that kids can't dream what they can't see. And so I really appreciate you, providing those opportunities for kids to be able to dream big. I know when we had the leadership conference and you spoke that the kids were really drawn you were the most popular section of the whole event. So we super appreciate all your efforts and what you do for the students. It's really inspiring to see. So thank you.
Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all the drive you did for Southern Cal. That's quite a bit. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Moving on, we will go to item 9, public comment. And I see none. Any online? Yes, ma'am.
Online.
No, not.
Thank you.
Miss Elena?
Good evening. Tonight I wanted to just kind of touch base on some of the changes made to the SPED education model. Since the district has changed that to a K-5 model with students of various ages being in the same classroom at their home schools, I've heard from many families about the ways in which the system is not working for their students. Just because something sounded good at one point doesn't mean once it's put into practice that it is in fact good for our students. The district needs to engage directly with these families who are less able to leave their special needs children at bedtime to come talk to you in person, rather than assume everything is perfect because they aren't able to show up to these meetings. Many of you are parents of students in the district or had children who were in the district previously and know that there are absolutely pain points in many of our systems. One of the primary themes in my conversations with these parents is that this is not a safe environment for all students, many of whom are nonverbal or limited verbally and are unable to ask for help or advocate for themselves. Student safety, especially for those most vulnerable, cannot be an afterthought to our budget. The school district's role is to educate and keep safe all of our children, and I hope changes can be made to keep students in more age-appropriate cohorts. If that is not possible, then additional measures need to be taken to care for our little ones. I know some of you campaigned on student safety, and I hope that you will adopt addressing this issue urgently. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Hi, my name is Jolisa. I am a parent of a student currently at Carl Sundall, and I'm just here to express my concern with the new K-5 SPED model To my understanding, it is a pilot program for the next 2 years. And I just wanted to express to you guys, as somebody who is actively in this, it is not working. My son has had 3 separate situations where a child twice his size has physically harmed him and left marks on his body. This is going to continue to be an issue. This is not something that's just going to go away when you have a child that is twice the size of someone that is in a kindergarten grade. So I believe in a K through second group, this would not be quite an issue. Obviously, we know that those children are similar in size. And so this is a growing concern, and this is a growing concern for a lot of parents. In fact, I would say every parent in our classroom feels the exact same way. Now, this also speaks to what the teachers and the paraprofessionals are dealing with. They cannot spend their time trying to manage what is going on in this classroom when their focus should be on educating our children. Obviously, they need different supports, different aids, and different things in these classrooms, but the focus should not be on keeping these children safe because now there's physical harm that's coming. And so I'm urging you guys to just reconsider this program because it is not going to work. It is not viable for the future. Something needs to be changed. I know that there was growing concern even when this went into effect, and the parents are still feeling the same way. Many of you are parents, obviously, and I would love to ask you guys, what would you want for your children? These are students. They're not special education students. They're just students, and they deserve to have a safe classroom and an education that is just something that is the best for them. So I hope that something changes soon.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? All right. We'll move on to item 10, report of district organizations. And we'll start off with our Student Advisory Board.
So we have our winter festival coming up, and we've been planning for that. And we have our marketing committee posting on Instagram about when it is, and it's happening at Hagen Park. And Caitlin and the marketing committee has been, we've been uploading on Instagram, and it's gonna be coming up. And we have, that's about it. That's
It'll be January 30th. It's a Thursday after school. It starts at 3 p.m. So mark your calendars. 3 p.m. January 30th at Hagen Park by the big old gazebo. There's gonna be food trucks, activities, and free hot cocoa. if that's your thing.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Merrill, did you have anything else? Okay. All right, moving right along. California School Employees Association.
Good evening, board members and Superintendent Swanson. I'm happy to say MOUs 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 were all ratified January 22nd by classified staff. Next week, the 29th, we will be meeting for negotiations. We have an ambitious agenda set for the next 2 months. This month covering job descriptions, MOUs, clerical study, contract language, and a presentation from ESS to discuss how they will help make life a bit easier for classified staff. February may be an even more ambitious agenda with compensation and benefits to talk about. We appreciate the efforts of management and district staff to collaborate and combat the ongoing increases we face every year with benefits, like bringing nonstop into the picture. With yet another change coming this year, all stakeholders are working diligently to come up with creative and fair solutions. One of those conversations has revolved around less than 8-hour employees being able to have a full cap rather than a prorated cap. We appreciate these conversations and look forward to negotiating an equitable resolution that will help with retention and recruitment. Classified staff has worked hard to strengthen our relationship with both the teachers and management and expect negotiations to be a reflection of that. On one other note, I would like to throw a shout out to our community school folks. for doing great things this yet another year. We continue to hear and see positive outcomes for all of our community schools. They're truly doing amazing work. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Korn. All right, Folsom Cordova Education Association. Yes, yes, ma'am. All right. Folsom Cordova Leadership Association.
All right, good evening, Superintendent Swanson, President Clark, members of the board. I am honored tonight to introduce Kim Walker and Ann Bosford from Innovations Academy and Walnut Wood High School and how they are offering top-notch educational opportunities for our students. Come on up.
Well, welcome everybody, and thank you so very much for having us tonight, Mr. Swanson, for your position, and President Clark, and all of you actually for all of your new roles, and Mr. Charlam Turla. Did I get it right?
Yay!
Yes, okay, awesome. Welcome to FCUSD. So Ann and I have the great pleasure of being able to support two schools, our two independent study options within Folsom Cordova. Let's see if I know how to use this. No, I don't know how to use this. am I pointing it the wrong way? I am, okay. Okay, we are a technology school, but clearly I need to take more lessons from my students here. So Innovations Academy is an elementary through high school. We do serve students virtually. And then we also have Walnut Wood High School, which is our 9th through 12th grade traditional independent study program. We also support our parenting, parents who are adolescent parenting program, and then we also support the home hospital program. And those are just two photos of what it kind of looks like within both programs. We have there on the left Mrs. Solorzano's classroom when they were with Mrs. Cantu doing their 4th and 5th grade music class. And then we have on the right-hand side is our lab that's over at the Folsom High School Satellite. So I'd like to welcome 3 students that we have here that are going to speak with you tonight. We have Madeline Childs, our 5th grade student, EJ Allen, a 10th grade student, and Jaden Paco, a 9th grade student. Madeline, come on up.
Hi, I'm Madeline. Hi, I'm Madeline, and I'm in 5th grade. I'm going to share a few reasons why I love doing school at Innovations Academy. First, all of the teachers I've had here have been kind, patient, and supportive. They were all willing to help if anyone was having a hard time. Also, we get to have learning labs once a month. Learning labs are where you get to go in person to the school and do fun activities with your friends and teacher. One of my favorite of the learning labs I've went to was when my classmates and I got to hold baby chickens that were only a couple of days old. We also often play fun games at learning labs. We have gone on some really fun field trips too. A few examples of field trips we have gone on include Fog Willow, In-N-Out, and the State Capitol building. We will also go to the Rancho Cordova City Hall soon. I've really enjoyed being at Innovations Academy, and I'm very happy I get to be a student there.
All right, hold on. Pull it up. Hi, my name is Izal Dre, or EJ. I have been going to Innovations Academy since it first opened in 2021. Okay, cool.
Hey.
Ever since I joined, I have gone from an F or D kid to a B or A minus kid. That is because of the really support system from the teachers and principal. Hold on, I should have. I also get to play football at Cordova High School and take seventh period weights. Another reason why I love being at Innovations Academy is I can do college classes through dual enrollment while still doing classes with Innovations Academy, and getting college credit and high school credit at the same time. I've also been able to create bonds with my classmates and teachers because of the small classrooms, which I was unable to do in person because of reasons. Innovations Academy has changed my life for the better because due to the support of the staff, I have found my voice, made connections, and known I can reach my dreams and do anything if I put in the work. Thank you for your time and have a great rest of your evening.
Good evening. I've been a student at Innovations Academy for about 2 years now. One of the things I love about the school is how welcoming everyone is. From the first day I joined, the teachers and students made me feel like I belong. The teachers are very understanding and they really get where we're coming from and help us in ways that work best for us. Since it's an online school, I like the flexibility. I can work at my own pace and focus on my schoolwork with no distractions. Even though this is an online school, we still have monthly social events called Space Caves where we meet up and have fun and connect with other students. I personally believe this school is great for anyone who needs a flexible school schedule with no distractions, while also still having the support of amazing teachers and a welcoming community of students. Thank you.
Good evening. I wanted to also bring up some Walnutwood students if we could. But before I do that, I wanted to introduce some of our fabulous staff that came here this evening to support our students. We have Ms. Solorzano, who's behind. There we go. There's Ms. Solorzano, a fabulous teacher. We also have Ms. Leslie, or she is also Vanessa. We just called by her first name. She's our APP teacher, our adolescent parent program teacher. And then we also have Miss Haiti sitting way in the back, and she's one of our support people. You can stand up and wave, Haiti. We have fabulous staff, and we really get to know them far more than we do at a comprehensive school site. So I'm going to bring up some of the Walnutwood students that have decided to come up and speak for you. We have 3 students here, and I only see 2 so far, but we have Usman Torre, who's a 12th grader here at Walnutwood High School. And then we also have Audrey, and she's going to be speaking to you about the APP program. And Sana Ali, I don't see Sana, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things. The last time I was here last year, I shared with you our flyer, and Rochelle has a copy of the flyer. Many of you came to our open house. We called it open house then. We've changed it to Independent Study Information Night. And it's on February 27th. It's on a Thursday evening from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. And that's at our Walnutwood campus. So you'll be getting a flyer so that you can come and join us. We've done it last year, which was our first year, to kind of showcase what Walnutwood and Innovations is all about. Wonderful programs, and I can say that because I've also worked throughout the district. I've gotten around. I've been here a bit. Folsom High, Vista, Cordova, and now being at the independent study type programs. We have wonderful programs, wonderful students and teachers, and we would love to have you come and join us on February 27th. So without ado, I'm going to let Usman come up and speak to you.
Oh, hello. Hello. Wait, this is like really short. Hello, my name is Usman Toure. I'm a senior. I go to Walnutwood High School. I do band, I do figure skating, and I've been part of this independent study program since, I think, January of 2024, last year. And one thing I really like about it, or multiple things I really like about it, are the environment, the studying environments are like set in a way, there's multiple, like whether you're better in a classroom with other students, with the teacher, or in your own little area where you can study, which is really patent for me because like I get distracted really easy. So having that set up for me was beautiful. It like actually changed my life. And I really like that a lot. And also the staff is amazing. I've actually never had a staff that I've trusted this much. Like they almost feel like they're my friends, genuinely. They seem so invested in me, not just like my academics, but like me as a person. And I really do trust them a lot. And the flexibility working independent study is really important for me because I do competitive figure skating and I need a lot more time, like doing my sport. And the teacher sat me down when I first arrived. She sat me down. I explained to her how my schedule works, what I do, how I work best. And she like set a whole plan from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how I could do my work. And it was just amazing. Like, I think this school really changed a lot for me. It helped me. I didn't have a plan academically. I was kind of just banking off my sport. And they helped me see what I could do, what colleges I could go to, what I could do academically while also doing my sport. And I don't know how I could thank them more. Like, they actually did a lot for me. That's all. Hello?
Next.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for allowing me an opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Audrey Carroll, and I'm proud to be a part of the Adolescent Parent Program at Walnutwood High School. I've been attending this program for 3 years now, and I want to share how it has positively impacted my life as a teen parent. When I first found out that I was pregnant, I had many worries, especially about how I would make the best life not only for myself, but my baby boy too. I knew that finishing high school had to be the first step because despite getting pregnant young, I was determined to beat every negative statistic about teen moms. The Adolescent Parent Program has provided me with so many great benefits that have not only helped me as a student, but have also made me a better person and a more confident mother. One of the most valuable aspects of this program is the access and introduction to local resources in our community, such as the food bank, the nutrition program for women, infants, and children, the Rancho Cordova Library, and even the job center that we have on campus. Knowing what resources are available helps us navigate our different situations while trying to take care of our kids and finish high school. Another valuable aspect of the program is the focus placed on the development of different life skills, from financial planning to even cooking. We have cooking lessons with one of the teachers, Miss Michelle, where we learn new recipes and techniques. Additionally, our amazing school nurse, Mrs. Aquino, visits us weekly to check in with us and our little ones. She makes sure we're doing okay and answers any health-related questions that we may have. Through Mrs. Aquino, we've learned about everything from food safety for our kids to childbirth planning and contraception. Mrs. Aquino has gone above and beyond to provide us with vital health, education, and support that benefits us and our babies. She even organized CPR training, so now many of us in the class are certified in both infant and adult CPR. One of my favorite things about the program is the field trips that we take with our kids. We visited the Sacramento Zoo, the Pumpkin Patch in the fall, and even toured Sac State. These outings allow us to bond as parents outside of school while giving our babies the chance to explore new places and experiences. I've built some of the best friendships I've ever had during my time in this program, and it's comforting to have friends who genuinely understand what I'm going through. Being a mom at such a young age can feel isolating, but the support system that we have in our class is incredible. We check in on one another and ensure that we're all doing well. Additionally, we have mental health meetings organized by Mr. Steer, our mental health specialist, which helps us take care of ourselves while navigating the challenges of parenthood. Being in this program has allowed me to build strong connections with my classmates and the teachers, making it easier for me to succeed. My teachers, Mrs. Leslie and Miss Haiti, are truly the best teachers I've ever had. Sorry. They're always supportive and do everything they can do to ensure that my classmates and I stay on track for graduation, and the flexibility of this program allows me to work from home when needed, which has definitely been a lifesaver for when me and my baby are sick. It is because of Miss Leslie and Miss Haiti's help and their support and the flexibility of this program that I am on track to finish classes early and will be graduating on time as a member of the class of 2025. I've even completed everything I need to start college this summer. Lastly, I wanted to highlight the fantastic childcare aspect of our program. The childcare professionals are amazing, providing nurturing care for our children of all ages, from newborns to toddlers. They ensure that the kids are fed, changed, and engaged throughout the day, reading to them, singing to them, and playing. My son started coming to school with me when he was just 3 months old, and he is now 2 years old, and he's thriving in this supportive environment. He has learned to interact with other children, share toys, and his speech has developed beautifully because the attention he receives. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about the Adolescent Parent Program and the tremendous benefits it provides to young parents like me. I hope everyone gains a better understanding of how impactful this program is, and I'm so grateful that it is accessible to me and other teen parents and their children. Together, let's continue to support initiatives and uplift young families and strengthen our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Bosford, I'm totally impressed with all these students, and I'm just wondering if it's okay with the board that we get a group shot with them, if you will honor us to do that. That'd be great.
Do you mind if we bring up her son?
Absolutely. Oh, God, yes. All right, let's do it.
Hey, you're a football player, take a knee. You're a football player, take a knee. Oh, wow. Okay, this is wonderful. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much. Oh, this is perfect. Okay.
Mhm.
You did so beautiful. Thank you. I'm afraid to touch it. I just wanted to close with just a couple of other things that weren't touched on. For both programs, we also offer dual and concurrent enrollment. And what does that mean? Is dual enrollment is that our students are able to take college courses. I think EJ mentioned that a little bit, where they can take courses through the college and they get credit for college and high school, which is phenomenal for our students. And we've had great success with our students doing that. And then concurrent enrollment, and I think Usman spoke about that, where they can take courses at their comprehensive sites. So Usman is taking band at Cordova. We also have other students that take any of the CTEs that we don't offer. So we have a great program, and we work very closely with our comprehensive school site so that our students have great access. Even with Kinney High School, we have students that are taking culinary and also the welding program, and then we also have a computer science course. So we have a lot to offer our students that want a different perspective as far as either virtual or if they want to come in person and do independent study. So again, we welcome you to come and see us, and we'll have cookies. So sometimes usually that brings people in. So thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you, Ms. Botsford. Okay. And I believe we have DLAC, Dr. Cabrera.
Good evening, Superintendent Swanson, President Clark, members of the board, and my esteemed colleagues. It's great to see all of you. I'll make it quick tonight. I really have a brief report, which is really that invitation for February 1st, Parent Summit, and I want to thank our communications team for getting the word out through our social media. But if you haven't put this on your calendar, and if you can make it, we'd love to see you at our Parent Summit. We'll be conducting the data walk, which for many is a familiar opportunity to provide feedback. But it's also, and if you're not familiar, this is your opportunity to come together and really look at how our schools are doing, look at how our district is doing, and then add your comments to where we want to continue to grow and improve. Thank you. That's our report.
All right, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to item 11, discussion items. First one is Measure G, Citizen Bond Oversight Committee, 2022-2023 Annual Report. Superintendent?
Yeah, I'd like to invite Matt Washburn, and I think we have a guest that's coming as well to talk about the next two items, both for Measure G and Measure M, around the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee Annual Report.
Hi, thank you. So this is the annual presentation of the annual report as presented by the Bond Oversight Committee. As you know, the Oversight Committee for Measure G is responsible for overseeing the expenditures, inform the public of the activities of the bond measure, and to present the annual report. And have Laura Ruby is the chairman of actually both Measure G and Measure M, and she's going to read the presentation to the board.
Members of the Board of Trustees, citizens, and administration of the district, ladies and gentlemen, as chair of the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee for the Folsom Cordova Unified School District, it is my privilege and pleasure to present on behalf of the full committee our annual report for Measure G. The Bond Oversight Committee exists to ensure the expenditures of the funds collected under the voter-approved bond Measure G are spent on the items and projects voters approved at the time of their vote. The committee is dedicated to ensuring that the public trust is well kept and remains intact throughout the life of the bond. The Bond Oversight Committee is pleased to report that the expenditures of the fiscal year 2022-2023, after a full audit by the outside agency, are in compliance with all laws, regulations, and accounting. On behalf of the entire committee, thank you for this opportunity to serve our district and ensure that all is in full compliance with legal and ethical guidelines.
So the audit report was approved by the board and it was presented to the Bond Oversight Committee. The Bond Oversight Committee accepts, reviews, and accepts it. And then the annual report is prepared, presented to the board, and along with the activities of the bond. So attached also is some additional information regarding the bond, the activities of the bond program, and the projects. And that concludes for Measure G. If there's any questions.
All right, any questions from the board? Hearing none, any online? All right, bring it back to the board. It's just a discussion item, so we'll just move over to Measure M.
Ditto, no. This is the same process for Measure M. This is the SFID number 3 area, the $750 million bond that was approved in 2007. We have the same report presented. The audit findings were presented, approved by the board, presented to the Oversight Committee. Oversight Committee accepted the report, and Laura will read the statement for that on behalf of the Oversight Committee.
Hello again. Members of the Board of Trustees, citizens, and administration of the district, ladies and gentlemen. As a member of the committee's Bond Oversight Committee for the Folsom Cordova Unified School District, it is my privilege and pleasure to present on behalf of the full committee our annual report for Measure M. The Bond Oversight Committee exists to ensure that expenditures of the funds collected under the voter-approved bond Measure M are spent on the items and projects voters approved at the time of their vote. The committee is dedicated to ensuring that the public trust is well kept and remains intact throughout the life of the bond. The Bond Oversight Committee is pleased to report that the expenditures of the fiscal year 2022-2023, after a full audit by an outside agency, are in compliance with all laws, regulations, and accounting. On behalf of the entire committee, thank you for this opportunity to serve our district and ensure that all is in full compliance with legal and ethical guidelines.
That concludes the report unless there's any questions.
Right, any questions from the board? I see none from the public. Any online? All right, we'll bring it back to the board just to make sure. All right, we're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we'll move on to item C, standardized testing, calendars, and cultural holidays.
Yeah, so I'm going to invite Jim to come off mute here in a second, but this is in response to a request from the board a few months ago for us to be looking at how our testing calendars are potentially overlaid over some specific religious holidays that related to fasting for the students in our very diverse community. So Jim did a little research and he's here to present on that or share some information on that.
Sure. So we did pull a committee together of site administrators, equity leaders, testing department, lead teachers, et cetera. And basically the general consensus is actually we're doing a pretty good job in terms of ensuring that schools are aware of all of our cultural holidays, especially anything that is related to any kind of observance of a fast. And so this year, some of the testing dates are falling outside of Ramadan, which is our main concern because of the length of time. So we're in pretty good shape this year, but every year we will be stepping it up in terms of the previous spring. So this spring we'll actually start talking to our school sites about next year's testing schedules. And so staying ahead of it, if you will. But everyone that we talked to was very aware of those constraints and being mindful of, what students are experiencing during those traditional holidays. One of the main concerns was the fitness test especially. And so again, stressing to our PE teachers and our school sites that, that's not a great time to run the mile, those kind of things. And so again, everyone is very cognizant of all the cultural holidays, and we will continue to keep an eye on it and keep working with our school sites.
Hey, thank you. Any comments, questions from the board? All right, hearing none. There's no public comments. Any online? Back to the board, anything? All right, thank you, Mr. Huber, we appreciate that. All right, well, we're down to item 12, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Have a few brief comments today. Earlier in the consent agenda, you approved an item G, that was from our Williams report. And I just wanted to make sure I elevated some of that report out to the board as well as to the community. And it's from the County Office of Education. And it just said, as for the condition of the school facilities in 2024 and 2025, all of the reviewed schools were found to be in exemplary condition. And then they go on to say, I commend you on the excellent condition of your school's facilities. So I wanted to make sure to highlight that, say thank you to Rob and his membership for all of their hard work, Matt and Jim Bonovich for their work, to ensure that no matter the age of our schools, if all the people in this room visit our schools, I mean, they are immaculate, and it's not easy to keep them so clean, and I just wanted to commend all the hard work from those teams. And what the county wrote on the Williams report, that's not a requirement. It just resonated with them so much that they wanted to write that. And then the second thing I wanted to mention was, board meetings don't have themes necessarily, but as I was thinking about today, and I think we celebrated our student athletes earlier, and then Ms. Linares was celebrated for her amazing work. And then we just had Walnut Wood present. And one of what I've talked to the board and more folks about is the importance of connectedness, right? System-wide connectedness. And I feel like as we think about all that we do for our students, specifically all that teachers do, all that support staff do, all our coaches, all that you heard tonight, that it just is really such an important aspect of the work that we do that isn't necessarily taught to us in our credentialing programs, but really makes a difference for kids is our ability and willingness in this district to go the extra mile to meet the needs of our students. And so I just wanted a special shout out to all the teachers and all the support staff that help our students feel connected Usman said, who, by the way, is a member of SAB. I wish he would have said that during his presentation. Go SAB. He said, they invested in me as a person. And then you heard Ms. Lars talk, and if you read the pamphlet about the brilliant young mind that she was supporting, and then all of us, also our student athletes and all the people that Peter thanked at the end. It really does take a village to make sure that we're doing best by our students in our community, and I'm really happy that today we have 3 opportunities to see the importance of us as educators going the extra mile to see our kids and to make sure that they feel connected to their school experience, because when they're able to do that as the adults in the system, it's life-changing. And I'm not just saying that to be hyperbolic. We heard that tonight. It's life-changing. So, and the last thing I'll say is, if anyone on this dais has never been to the Adolescent Parent Program, if you're ever having a bad day, please just text me, call me, whatever. We will go, and you'll just see those babies. And it is just so heartwarming to see all of the stuff. And then you get to go next door and to see their moms and dads, sometimes some of them still together in class, right? Learning together how to be the best parents they can be, but also to earn their high school diploma. So that is it for me for my superintendent's report tonight. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, sir. We will go on to board member committee reports. We'll start with our student board members. Student board member George.
I will keep mine brief today, but I just want to start off with that this is a meeting that I've been to that's had like this many people, so that was a little scary at first, but but yeah, everyone came up and they like spoke, and like all the athletes and everyone who came, and it was just super cool to see the room completely full and everyone just walking in. And yeah, and everything's been going really well at school since getting off of break. And I know Hands for Hope, my club, is going, and we're doing a project supporting Angels for Hearts to help kids with heart disease. And so that's fun. And I know basketball's going, all the other clubs are going. Academica is this Saturday, and everything's going well, and I'm excited for ski break. So yeah, that's all for my report today.
All right, student board member Merrill.
You know, these board meetings where you have all the student athletes come out, those are like my favorite board meetings. It happens every season, and I always look forward to them because you see like the diversity of students here. I mean, height diversity, you have everything, and they're all coming from different schools, and they're all congregating in this one spot to celebrate their student achievement. It's just great, and I want to congratulate all the student athletes that came out. It's hard being a student, and it's a lot harder to be a student athlete. I've done high school sports all 4 years, and I plan on doing swim this year. And it's really tough. It's really tough to balance going to practice after school every day. Even if you don't want to, you gotta keep doing that grit. And all those all-league players definitely showed that grit because they went to every single practice. I know they outcompeted every one of their competitors at the meets. And yeah, I just want to congratulate all of the people who came up and we took the pictures, whether it was on the dais or on the floor. I want to congratulate all of them. And I also want to congratulate all the student speakers that came out from Walnut Wood and Innovations. I say this a lot, but being on that dais right there, that's really tough. It's tough. You see this big board of people all in suits, and you feel scared, you know. But they showed grit in their own way by going up there, and even if some of them were stuttering or pausing, you know, that's normal. And that was completely, they got through their stuff. It was great, and it really warms my heart to see student speakers, especially from schools where you don't normally see speakers. You know, it's great. It's great to see them up here. So yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Board Member Reed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple of updates to share with the board. On January 13th, the superintendent, myself, and President Sansenbach attended two schools. We visited Natoma Station Elementary and Sandra J. Gallardo Elementary. You know, the school visits are always fun to do. When you have time, you can squeeze out of your workday to do that. Great opportunity to obviously check in with the principal and visit some of the school or some of the classrooms as well. I did ask the same question of both principals. I kind of wanted to check in and see how things were doing, even though we feel at this juncture the pandemic seems like a long time ago. But, as an educational system, we're still recovering from that. And we've had lag effects because of the pandemic as well. So I asked both of them what they thought, where they felt their school was compared to prior to the pandemic. And they both reported positively that, that there are waning effects of the pandemic. It's not that it's not still there, but they definitely are getting less and less each year. They both reported feeling that this current school year just feels like a normal school year, and that's exactly what I was hoping they'd say. I also decided to take an opportunity to just ask them how the full-day kindergarten was going. This is the second year that we have full-day kindergarten in the Folsom side, third year in our Title I schools. We made a decision 3 years ago to go full day. I know there was some concern about that, but they felt that the net benefit of that their teachers have expressed of having the students for a full day has been a positive. So that I was happy to hear that as well, and just wanted to share that additional information with my fellow board members. Let's see. Also on the 13th, we had our board policy committee meeting, which we went through a number of policies, and I guess it's coming up on the next meeting. Is that right? Yeah, okay. On the 15th, I attended, at the invitation of the equity team, a meeting with the equity team where I was able to hear from them, and they had questions for me, and I very much enjoyed that opportunity to meet with them. Let's see, on the 16th, I visited Alder Creek Elementary, and I just wanted to share one thing with the board that I thought was very interesting. I asked a question about, obviously, how is the first year of the school going, and everything's going excellently. But I also asked the question about the glass partitions, the walls that open up, that we spend a lot of money on, and I asked, how many of the 26 classrooms are taking advantage of it? One. Which, again, begs the question, when we're going into the future building new buildings, let's not chase the shiny new expensive accoutrements to the building and just go with a traditional build and save some money. They did report that having a window in the wall, at least a partial of the wall, was helpful, but they saw absolutely no need to have the doors that open up to create a larger classroom into the hallway. Let's see, and then finally, on January 18th, the board met for, what was that, 4 hours? 4 hours. 4 hours on a Saturday, January 18th. It was our second governance leadership session, and I think we're having a total of 3 or 4 of those as well, 4 total. So a great opportunity for the board to get together in an informal environment, which was still open to the public, to have conversations about the board and our future and our vision for the district. So I'll just close by noting that our next board meeting, which is February 13th, I will be absent from it. My employer, we have an annual conference that we put on, and that I'm going to be out of town that entire week. So my apologies in advance for missing the February board meeting. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. Board Member Charlam Chella.
Chalam Charla. YK is easy.
Okay.
YK is good. But thank you, though. Thank you. You are sincerely trying.
And I've known you for years. I mean, I can't get it right, man.
Right. I echo what our student board members were saying about room full of people, right? It's a positive energy, all those things. I just want to call out, I know we called out, the athletes and parents and all those. Mr. Peter Marine, if you are watching this one, thank you for running that entire department. That's not easy, my friend. Good job. So if you see him, sir, please convey my sincere appreciation for running that many people. And also, I started visiting schools, and I was at Alder Creek, and last Friday at Manjani Ranch. Manjani Ranch Friday morning program is wonderful. So we'll talk about more of that. But Mr. Cannon, thank you so much for hosting me there. And also, I joined our superintendent and our president, teachers union as well, to Cordova Gardens, knowing more about that, school and the activities, and later that day again, Cordova High. I do know the Folsom side of the schools. I was a PTA, PTSO for quite a bit, my kids were. So I'm investing my time to learn the other side of the schools, what they offer. I'm glad I did that. On yesterday evening, they opened up. I know our president, Mr. President is there, and Jen was there. The Cordova High CTE program, it is amazing. Oh my God. No, the options the kids has, and they brought the 8th graders to showcase. I sold so many people, don't go anywhere else but Cordova High. And Air Force, you name anything. It's wonderful. I think I'm going to do more marketing for those CTE program to encourage, the kids, besides their 4-year degree, but they can always have a tool in their hand to earn few bucks. It's important. It's important. I just want to, shout out on that one as well. My visit to the elementaries, and I pay more attention to the safety during drop-off and pickup time. I pay more close attention. In that regard, just a request to all parents and grandparents who are tuning in tonight. At least I can start with City of Folsom. I'm going to explore on Rancho Cordova side with Jen and Chris Clark's help. City of Folsom is inviting the CAPS volunteers, CAPS. It is a Citizens Assisted Public Safety. I want to slowly roll them to take their help at some school activities, but they are short of volunteers. So it's my request to parents and grandparents, if you have an extra hour in a week, I think you're good to volunteer. Think about it. They're asking for the applications right now until end of January. Please enroll. We need more volunteers so that we can ask for some help. So just I want to put that out there as well. Again, it's a wonderful experience with superintendent celebrating some Indian American festival this weekend. It is called Sankranti. It is a harvest festival. I think Mr. Swanson tried some different dishes. So, yep, at one point he was drinking continuously some water. That's the nature of spicy food. And what I mean to say, let's bring more diversity, celebrate the diversity. That's the point I'm taking across here. And the community was so thankful and happy to see you there, sir. With that, Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you. Board Clerk Laird.
So I didn't have any committee meetings the last couple of weeks, but I did attend a 5th grade field trip to Mozac and went with the 5th graders. And we went to the planetarium, and you guys, my mind was blowing up because these kids were asking the craziest questions. What would happen if antimatter met a black hole? What would happen to our bodies if we went into a black hole? What happens if the Earth got sucked into a black hole? I mean, they were asking super deep questions about things. I mean, they asked one question and they said, well, that's exactly what Stephen Hawking was exploring. And I'm like, these are 5th graders. My mind was blown. I mean, they were so cute and amazing, and they were just so creative. So that was really, really fun. I spent a lot of time actually at the Cordova High Ag Department this week. I was a judge for their Rose Parade floral floats, which was very amazing. They had movie themes, and so that was really, really cool. And they had to use different kinds of materials, and then they had to do an announcement, like they were announcing the Rose Parade for each of their floats. So some of them moved, and it was very cool. And then yesterday was back in the ag department and helping get the kids prepared for their regional and state competition for interviewing process. So got to grill them pretty good. Nobody cried, so that was good. But I think they're prepared. They seemed really, really, I mean, I was really mind blown because we had different kids who were in different, ag, had different ag interests, and just, some of them are going to Humboldt and some are preparing to, go actually out and to work in some of the farms, doing harvesting, and their knowledge of, like, there was one gal who's like, yeah, I actually work on, I also do mechanics. Like, I repair some of the field equipment. And so it was a very amazing experience. And then with my two fellow board members were there last night at Cordova, and just watching the families come and explore. And it's like always just really cool to see all of our kids' programs. So it's kind of been a feel-good meeting, and it's been really, really nice couple of weeks. So, and then enjoyed my time with my fellow board members on Saturday doing some professional development. So was really excited about that as well. And that's it.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Vice President Lofthouse.
Thank you. I'm going to try not to repeat a lot of stuff, but first of all, thank you for the fall athletes and the student speakers that came out tonight. My favorite meetings are always the ones that the kids are here. No offense, but they really are, and it just kind of reminds us why we are here. So it's very nice to have them, and I can say from our meeting on the 18th where we were all together, the students are always our priority as a board, and that came out over and over and over again in our conversations on the 18th. And so I very much value the students coming, but also knowing that that's why we all are up here. So, and then with that on the 18th, also I left feeling like we are really truly going to have a different board. In a good way. And I think that our governance team is actually becoming a team. And I look forward to seeing that up here, and also look forward for others to be able to witness it and kind of moving the district in the right direction for the kids. So thank you to my colleagues for all of that. And Ms. Larrett, sorry. The answer to the black hole question is actually very fun, and it's one of the funnest words that I've ever heard, and it's called spaghettification. And I'm teaching an astronomy class right now. That's why I know the answer to that question, and all fifth graders want to know everything there is to know about black holes. So just your little word for the day. And if you need to know what it is, you should look it up so you can see the video renditions of the definition of that word. So, yeah. So, and then, yeah, and that's my only update for tonight.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Well, for me, I'll close out, and I have a pretty long statement. But I'd like to thank this governance team for giving up their Saturday and hanging out here and having some great dialogue and, sharing a little bit about why we became board members and what prompted us to take this journey. And it was basically about the health and well-being of our students and the education. And also we learned about our different personalities. Of course, superintendent didn't agree with his. Mine was spot on. I don't know how the other board members felt, but it was interesting. And of course, we discussed our priorities for this district and our vision moving forward. So I appreciate all you for coming out, and had a great time. We were able to get out in time and go home and watch a little football. My thanks to Sutter Middle, Peter J. Shields, Mangini Ranch, Cordova Vista, Cordova Gardens Academy of Arts and Science, Mather Heights, Riverview STEM, Mangini Ranch, Gold Ridge, for your hospitality and allowing me to just hang out with your students in the classroom and in all the playgrounds. This past Monday, myself and board member Charlene Chella attended and participated in the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. observance and walk. Dr. King spoke often about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we know his work during the civil rights movement was about more than just racial equality. It was about creating a society where everyone, regardless of their background, could thrive together. When I had the opportunity to speak to the crowd, and it was a pretty big crowd, probably, yeah, probably close to 1,500 people, um, what I noticed was a sea of adults and children of different races, different religions, different cultures, standing together in unity without prejudice. Dr. King's vision was one of a world where people from all walks of life can come together, learn from each other, and grow together. He gave us a message of unity and inclusion that continues to inspire us today. As we strive to build a more just and equitable society. So what I got from this march, which was about 4 miles, I guess, yeah. And well, what I got from the march was soreness the next day. I'll put that out there. We as a district need to observe and appreciate all cultural observances that we have on our district calendar, and I'm hoping that this governance team will support me in every month to highlight our different cultures according to our calendar. For example, next month is Black History Month. I'm hoping our meetings in February that we hear a poem, have a flag presentation from our Buffalo Soldiers, and recognize our African American community leaders and our staff. And I'm going to say this right now, excluding me. It's an honor and privilege for me to serve on this board. I don't need the extra recognition, but I would like to recognize our teachers and our community leaders. Also, we know that we have other observances, Filipino Heritage Month, our Hispanic Heritage Month, our Native American Heritage Month, as well as our LGBT History Month. I'm hoping that every meeting we observe, either through a little snippet of their history, through song, through dance, through poetry. My vision, obviously, for Mexican American Heritage Month is have the folklore dancers come out and perform before a meeting. So moving forward, I will be putting that on the agenda. Hopefully the superintendent and I can work together on that, along with staff, to make this a reality. And I just hope I have the board support moving forward on this. Other than that, that is my report. We will move on to item 14, advanced planning. Superintendent, do we?
No, yeah, next board meeting, February 13th. Trustee Reed has already let us know that he is going to be absent.
Sir.
We will see you and that is in 3 weeks, I believe.
Yes. And the 12-month board calendar. And the suggested future agenda items.
Mr. President, I have one recommendation request.
Yes, sir.
About inter-district transfers, how things are happening, especially for Folsom High. It will be a good idea. I know we do have a capacity. There is no issue on that right now, and we are running pretty close, 2,900 plus, give or take. And me sitting on the other side on the city council, knowing Rancho Cordova and Folsom, our built out every month, city planning departments are issuing, give or take, 70 homes permits, which means it's growing every month. I'm talking only Folsom. That's another 70 homes from Rancho Cordova. So knowing that and knowing our capacity and limits, we would like to bring one study session kind of capacity and inter-district transfer subject?
It could be a study session, or would the board feel comfortable having it as a discussion item with a presentation from staff?
Yeah.
And do we have consensus on that?
It might be, at our leadership meeting on Saturday, we talked about having some mini study sessions for like 45 minutes to an hour before closed session. I think that could be a great topic for a study session, where we can really dive in and ask some thoughtful questions of staff. And I don't know that, but I could go either way, whether it's a study session or.
And I have no problem with a study session like 45 minutes before, since I know that we talked about it during the meeting, that those would be very beneficial to the board to get that additional information from staff. So maybe that's something that we can put on the calendar sometime soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Anything else from the board? All right. Well, we will adjourn this meeting and return back into closed session. And then after that, we'll report out. So we'll gavel out and go back into closed session. We'd like to call this meeting back to order in open session. Superintendent, can you call roll, please?
Ms. Lofthouse.
Here.
Mr. Reed.
Here.
Mr. Charlam-Churla.
Here.
Ms. Larrett.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
All are present.
Thank you, sir. And reporting out?
Nothing to report.
Right, thank you. Anything for the good of the order before we adjourn?
It's a very productive meeting.
Right. Thank you, sir. With that, we'll go ahead and adjourn for the evening.